One more time.
Everything?
Yeah.
I'm Mike Usifer. I'm the owner-operator of Beacon Soundworks in Beacon, New York. We are a recording studio. We record bands, singers. We do editing, mixing, mastering, and we do some limited rehearsals. Coronavirus has affected my business, obviously because New York State went on a pause in March, and I've been closed for 6 weeks now because I'm a non-essential business. That means I've had 0 sales in 6 weeks. My doors have been closed. I have not been able to do any recordings, can't have any rehearsals. The only thing I'm actually able to do is some remote mixing and mastering, but that's not even close enough to pay any of the bills. What I'm able to do since I've been closed is work on one of my projects, a band that I'm in called Primeval, and I've been putting it off for a long time, but now that I'm able to have some downtime, I'm actually able to remix it. So this is the final mix of this, which I just bounced and I'm about to master. I rent from a large building, and I only needed about 2/3 of the building. So I partnered with a art and music education center called Compass Arts, and they rent out 1/3 of the building from me, which helps pay the rent. They've been shut down during the New York pause as well, and both her and I are very close to having to shut our businesses down permanently because of the coronavirus. It's going to affect me because I'm going to lose my business and still be responsible for at least until the end of October of this year. The federal government passed 2 bills for small business is to get loans to either pay payroll or pay your current bills. They have the PPP loan and the EIDL loan, the Emergency Disaster Loan. So when I applied for the Emergency Disaster Loan, by the time I had applied, the funds had run out there. When they passed the second bill, none of the funds were put to the EIDL, only to the PPP. Being an owner-operator, I have less of an advantage since I don't have employees, and because I didn't make enough of a profit last year, I don't qualify for the loan. So small businesses like myself don't even qualify to get help. Only the big businesses that have the resources to get loans in the first place are the ones getting all the loans. And being a brick and mortar studio, the half of my income is from the recording. I can do remote mixing, mastering, and being that I'm in competition with other home studios, I'm not making the money that I should be because I have to compete and lower my prices, and that's just not enough to pay my overhead. I could open up on a limited basis. Obviously when I record, there's a separate room, so I'm separate from that. It would limit what type of rehearsals and bands could come in and rehearse and play live, but I would be able to open up in a limited capacity, probably 3/4 capacity, using social distancing, masks, disinfectants, all that kind of stuff. It would bring my overhead up monthly. It would cost more because I would have a lot more to do to maintain a sterile environment, but it's something that I could do. And that all depends on what the governor's plan is in reopening. I'm not an essential business, so that doesn't give me opportunity to open up in phase one. But yeah, I'm a very low risk business. So I'm hoping that would at least get me into be able to open up for phase one.